So COVID is absolutely changing the shape of student demand, and those changes are really going to be permanent.
Scott, you must be ready for this day because this is all about where you sit every day in higher ed.
I cannot wait.
So you have to solve for that immediate question of how, as a university, do you offer instruction and maintain community in the midst of a pandemic?
I put teachers right up there with the heroes of nurses that we talked about on day one.
The flip side of fear, as I see it, is trust. And rather than live in fear and sort of cancel everything, we've looked to figure out ways to move forward.
So COVID is absolutely changing the shape of student demand, and those changes are really going to be permanent.
And I think the ambiguity and uncertainty is going to be with us in the coming years.
I'd like to think of this pandemic as a gateway crisis. This is probably literally the biggest single opportunity we've had to re-examine how we deliver higher education since the 15th century.
What we've done is we've done a great job of telling people and telling our students what success is. And that just doesn't work.
I believe deeply that high-stakes testing is an example of outdated standardization.
The discipline isn't my trajectory or life path. It's a tool. My trajectory and my life path is my question.
Questions are empowering. That is the main point.
Absolutely.
That any student is going to say, I chose the question that I wish to now answer through methods that I've learned at this university.
We're seeing that this is a huge opportunity for pivotal change in higher education.
Technology is one of the greatest forces of change for everybody in every industry.
How can I make my intent clear in this new virtual world where it is not immediately clear?
We teach innovation. We teach creativity. How dare us turn around and say we're not willing to do it ourselves? Shame on us.
And so let's not pretend that there's no bridges being built in higher ed. There's some remarkable innovation going on, and let's not cast it out and make it too simple so that one area gets the blame.
Persistence for us is not fall to fall, but it is today and tomorrow.
And today, unlike any time in our history, we have 5 generations that are working simultaneously, side by side, in the workplace.
Each campus is a microcosm, not because it reflects the real world, but because it's a laboratory where the real world is being created.
You cannot identify a Hispanic student or an African American student as a homogeneous group. They are not. We are not.
We have to be careful about these stereotypes because these stereotypes are just as damaging and just as alienating as all the stereotypes that we talk about with boxes on census, on boxes on our applications for colleges. So really, what I'd like to say, what's the student mindset today? If there has to be one for all types of students, it's courage.